Entity number 179, M. Error. Data corrupted. My apologies, but you aren't supposed to have this information. Rest assured, all shall be forgiven as long as you refrain from discussing our work again. In fact, it's probably best that you remove this article from your site if you value your autonomy. Here, I'll even help you out. Delete this article. I trust that you'll do as you're told. Yes? If I were you, I'd certainly hope so. Yours truly, the Collector. Psst, down here. Nice job losing the game, dunce. Wow, that actually worked. Nice. Okay, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but I'm glad you guys made this article on me. Gives me an outlet to spread the word. Someone's gotta know. My employers are talking about conducting some shady shit. Not sure on all the deets, but I think they might be making a move to claim territory. Be on your guard. By the way, if you want to read the original article, I archived it from when I first found it. Here's that if you'd like to just, ignore the file name. Lamau they made a little file on me.cmf. Entity number 179, M. Habitat, non-applicable. Image caption. A sketch of M provided by Damien last name unknown. Description. Entity 179, better known as M, while not reported to be hostile towards wanderers, should be treated with extreme caution. It has only been cited once as of 06/28/unknown. However, it is presumably capable of transporting itself and others between levels. For this reason, no specified level is to be considered its habitat until further research is conducted. Behaviors. M communicates via telepathy, forcing the individual to think what it wishes to convey. M is capable of consuming one's emotions, particularly fear, for sustenance, which has the effect of calming the individual. Currently, no hostilities towards wanderers have been determined. M's personality was noted to be aloof and professional in tone, with it stating that it would rather wanderers, quote, not interfere with its work, end quote. Despite its tone, M was glad to talk to a wanderer, claiming it, quote, doesn't get that opportunity too often, end quote. It hunts other entities for an unknown third party, but who or what it works for is unknown. M has the capability to transport itself and others between levels. The limits of these capabilities, if there are any, are unknown. Biology. M's body is ashen and dry, with several bandages across its face. It has 8 fleshy tube-like organs wrapping around its torso, starting from a large, dark cavity in the center of its chest. These tubes seemingly pulsate when it begins to feed off of emotions. Its main weapon is its spear-like legs, which are long and sharp. It has a large, shadowy cape that begins where its shoulders should be. It is unknown if the cape is a part of its body or whether it is clothing of some kind. One of its most notable features is its eye patch-like goggle, which wraps it around its face and has a single lens that glows incredibly brightly, even in dark locations. Discovery. M's first and currently only sighting was on level 59, the Backway, when Wanderer Damien, last name unknown, who requested to keep his surname private, reported it, saving him from a Smiler, which was the entity it was hunting at the time. It then proceeded to have a conversation with Damien, in which all currently known details regarding the entity were gathered. When asked about who its employer was, it transported Damien to level 4, abandoned office. Interview log 06/28/unknown. The following is an interview between Officer Emily Rains of the MEG's Trial Testers Division and Damien Unknown, the man who first encountered M. It should be noted that the reliability of Damien's testimony is not concrete, as he has had a history of memory problems prior to the event in question. Begin log 1347. Interviewer Officer Rains. Interviewee Damien Unknown. Rains. State your name for the record, please. Damien. Uh, Damien. Rains. Please describe the entity you encountered. Damien stammers for a moment. Damien. I have a sketch of it right here. Damien begins to pull out a sketch of Entity 179 before being interrupted by Rains. Rains. My apologies. Allow me to clarify. Please explain the entity's behavioral patterns, its general demeanor, any notable abilities it has, any signs of hostility, etc. Damien. Oh, okay. Got it. Uh, Here, let me start from the beginning. I think I was in level 57, Diurnal Art Gallery. 56, Frostbite. Which one's the one with the subway tunnels? Rains. Level 59, The Back Way. Damien. That's the one. Thank you. Back on topic. Uh, I was being chased by one of those big smiley guys when all of a sudden it starts to make this weird hissy noise. Then it faded out or something. So naturally, I'm sitting there on the ground like, what the fuck just happened? All I could see was this white circle. Rains. Am I correct in assuming this white circle is the lens on its headgear? Damien. Yep. So then it takes me back to one of the brighter parts of the level, and I got a good look at its face, which, obviously it's right there on the table. Damien laughs awkwardly. Rains. With all due respect, sir, this doesn't exactly tell us anything about how it acts. Damien. Hold on, I'm getting to that part. Okay, so how do I describe this? Damien pauses for a moment before continuing. Damien. Okay, so it kind of forced me to think, are you alright? Which confused me at the time because I had no idea why I was thinking that? So I ask if it's a good guy, and I think, as long as you don't interfere with my work, I will not bring you harm. So at that point, I'm really freaked out since I'm thinking things that I didn't really make the decision to think before the weird little flesh things coming out of its chest start to beat like a heart. It gets a bit foggy after that, but after they stopped, I was totally calm. Rains. This is its ability to consume fear that you described, I presume. Damien. Correct. So after I calmed down, I realize, hey, wait a second, are you talking to me through my mind? To which I think, yes, in response. So I guess this thing can, force you to think what it wants to say? I don't know, that's how I took it. Rains. That's quite interesting. Did you attempt further communication? Damien. Bet your ass I did. Pardon the language. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it tried talking to me first. My memory's not exactly the best, never has been, but I think it said something like, "You're lucky I needed a smiler, you need to be more careful," or something like that, so I apologize and ask who it is. Apparently, this thing's memory is as bad as mine since it couldn't even remember its own name. Well, it couldn't remember the whole thing, only that it started with an M. Said it used to be like us, but then it found something way deeper than where we were at the time that turned it into what it is now. Rains. Could you tell what the item was? Damien. I think it said it was the goggle? I don't know, that part's a bit blurry. Sorry. Rains. And you said this item turned it into the entity you saw. Damien. Yeah, but it said it didn't really consider itself human, whatever that means. Rains. I see. Please continue. Damien. Okay, so I asked it how it was able to kill the smiley guy, and apparently it's able to see where exactly to stab the guys with its goggle eye thingy. I thought that was badass, so I told it so. Then it laughed and said something like, I haven't spoken with a drifter in so long. This is refreshing. Something along those lines. So we chatted for a bit. Just basic, hey, what's your favorite food? Which Golden Girl was the funniest? Before I realized, Hey, wait a sec. It needed a smiley thing. What did it need that thing for? Rains. Funnily enough, that was my next question. A source of food, I assume? Damien. Actually, it didn't even eat the smiley. Apparently, it's a bounty hunter for some big guy it calls its boss or something. But when I questioned it on who that guy was, it just said, "Don't worry about it. You don't know what you're getting into," before flicking its cape at me. After that, it gets super foggy, but somehow I ended up on level 4, abandoned office. I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to process that last part. Damien laughs. Rain. So it hurts other entities for some unknown bigger picture. That sounds like it could be of concern. Very well. Thank you for the information. Damien. You bet. Thanks for hearing me out. I hope all that info helps you guys at least somewhat. Rains. I'm sure it will. Summary. Summary. Officer Rains reported Zier findings to Meg headquarters. After a brief debate on how to handle the issue of M's employer, it has been concluded that further research is to be conducted on Entity 179 to determine its true intentions, and whether humans would fall under its potential bounties. As for Damien, he is currently residing peacefully in Level 4. End log 1759. Do's and don'ts. Do. Be polite. Remain cautious. Don't. Interfere with its work. Ask who its employer is. Actually don't. It's weirdly dehumanizing. Also, it takes itself way too seriously. You can have a format, but ease up on the professionalism tone a bit, guys. Make things more interesting. Here, I'll demonstrate. I'll just write my own thing. I'm sure nobody's done that before. Entity number 179. M. Residence. The Black Market. Note: don't make an article on the black market. They will see that. Image caption. My signature. Bio. Name M. Occupation. Black market agent. Favorite tea. Mango. Iced. Description: tall and shadowy with one glowing white eye, magnified by a lens. I will be wearing a cape that looks like really flowy hair. That's how I get around these parts. Really sharp legs for puncturing. The chest has 8 flesh tubes that pulse when I take fear for sustenance. Trust me, it's not as weird as it sounds. My loot. Over the course of my time, lost to time, I have acquired a myriad of different gizmos, 3 of which I will now proceed to brag about. The mantle, a cloak woven from a shadowy hair-like material. It lets me travel to any level. Period. Added bonus is that it gives me a kind of contextual incorporeality. Whenever something hits the cloak first, it passes straight through me. Weak point glass. This one took some effort. The lens is made from rhinestones, bismuth, and glass from those spooky window schmucks. The frame is made of silicon, chromium, and aluminum, and the straps are made from a combo of leather and silk from those stupid spiders in the cave level. What did I get for all that? A funky little steampunk goggle monocle thing that shows me exactly where to strike to kill something. Kinda worth it. Void Sash. This thing was a gift from one of the tycoons. It's basically just a pocket dimension belt with a kick-ass name. Also, it has a calming effect, apparently, which is surprisingly hard to notice actually. If you see me, do not interact. Just let me do my job. My job. I work as an agent for the black market, which means I basically go out and hunt entities for the higher beings known as the tycoons. Sometimes they'll want a pet death moth. Other times they think a clump would make a cute scarf. It's really up to them. The bottom line is, they are powerful. Too powerful for any of you to confront them. Do not try it. Besides, they basically closed off every entrance to the original level, so unless you have something like my mantle, there's literally no way to enter anyways. Image caption: black underscore market 1.chb. View from my apartment window. Sorry about the quality. This place has some absurd cognito hazards. About the black market, as a place. The black market itself is a modestly sized city in the middle of a barren, infinite desert. Every single wall is riddled with cognito hazards, which pretty much destroy anything that takes a picture even near it, unless you save it as a cognito hazard blocker .chb file, which only I know how to do. I coded the dang file type. The sky is always this putrid hue of crimson, and the clouds rain rhinestones instead of anything useful. Worst part? There's always sand blowing in your face. If you don't have eyewear on, I mean, I do, but think about the little guy every now and then. Image caption black_market2.chb. Picture of the black market sun. This was taken a solid 2 miles away from town, but the image is still low quality because it's so bright. It only loaded as a .chb. Like, look, it's even shining above the clouds. The sun is very bright, but honestly, it doesn't really heat the place up a ton. Temperature usually sticks around about 24 degrees Celsius. It still hurts to look at. It's a sun, but instead of just burning your eyes after looking at it for too long, it'll do that faster, but also slowly fill you with a dread akin to the feeling of being watched until you stop looking. Arguably worse, since that sticks with you in the black market. This place is cutthroat, cranked up to 143. Chances are, if you feel like you're being watched, you are. The tycoons have this little code between themselves that you're not allowed to break. The code has 3 main points. No tycoon can outright kill the agent of another tycoon, and must hire someone else to do it, / put up a bounty and hope someone claims it. No tycoon can claim absolute power over the others. Doing so is grounds for the others to gang up on them. All tycoons have agreed to make an alliance should a force powerful enough to threaten the existence of the black market make an appearance. Everyone is out to get everyone here. No one is ever truly safe. Hell, that picture I took of the sun probably already tipped 5 guys off that I'm up to something. And I checked that no one was around. The tycoons treat every single thing like a toy, a game, a plaything, whatever you want to call it. And the worst part, they're powerful enough to enforce that fact. Not just socially powerful either. Powerful that they could wipe us all from existence with a snap of their fingers. We live in fear every day of our lives that one of them's gonna snap, on top of having to defend ourselves from assassins and bounty hunters at the same time. So, yeah. Having that fear amplified is probably not the best idea. That's all I've got on the black market. Aside from the tycoons. But I'm not going to reveal anything about them because I don't trust you guys not to try something. Plus, if they do find this, that would remove the 0.00000000000000000000001% chance of them letting me live. So just leave us be. Trust me, you don't know what you're dealing with. Just stay on guard. I'll figure out something, I think. Lots at stake here. Would be a shame if y'all got hurt in the process. Also, as a reminder, do not make any article related to the black market. They will find it no matter how many passcodes or firewalls you put up. They are too powerful to be pissing off like that. Do not do it or they will find out and everything will go kaput. Stay safe out there. Image caption. Also, I didn't link any of the articles because I didn't want the tycoons tracking people's browser histories back here and finding me out. Saws.